I think so. We mostly gonna be coming out of Matthew. That's where most of the parables at, y'all. I think it might be a few in John, but we'll be getting together about 15 minutes. So call your favorite pastor, get your favorite teachers, uh, bring them in the house and bring them to the voice. Bring them to the house and bring them to the voice, y'all. What up, brother, man? Peace, peace. We finna get into the parables of the kingdom of heaven, y'all. Now, when I first read the Bible, y'all, like I said, it was very shocking to me. Shocking. However you like your English heard. But when I read about the parable of the kingdom of heaven, like it made, like because y'all, we in so many fairy tales. YouTube, yeah. Sometimes you gotta deal with everybody, man. But we read so much about the kingdom of heaven, right? Like it blew my mind when I read in Revelation God was gonna make a new heaven. I say, what? I say, hold up. What's going on, sis? Peace. I say, how God gonna make a new heaven? Heaven? I mean, heaven is heaven. We die trying to get to heaven. So God gonna make a new one? Oh, and it's in the Bible? Oh man, come on. That's why I say this stuff right here, y'all. Come on now. We gotta, So when I read about the parable of the kingdom of heaven, it was like, damn. They done pimped us again. We done waited. We done died. We done cried. We done put blood, sweat, and tears. People done got put out their houses. Families done split up. All for what? The kingdom of heaven. Because you could stay at my grandma's house if you want to go in church. The only person who could stay at my grandma's house was my oldest brother. He the only one that had to go to church. And my uncle. But everybody else, they had to go to church. Now you could. She just couldn't make them no more. But everybody else, you want to come in there if you want to go in church. No. No. Well, you want to spend the night. Let me say that. I'm saying that wrong. You can go there. Everybody came there. But you wasn't spending the night. You wasn't waking up Sunday morning and not going to church. That wasn't happening. That just wasn't happening. Nah. So, Saturday night, we really ain't want to be at grandma's house. Any other night, oh yeah, we want to be at grandma's house. And then sometimes when you kids, all the kids going, so you might as well go. Everybody else gonna be there. What you gonna stay at home for? So when you become a teenager, that's when you really start, kind of rejecting the church stuff. Yeah. So, until you get about 16, 15, somewhere around there, you kind of start, being able to not go. When you get about probably 12 and 10, you be like, man, I'm in here too long, man. But y'all, so when I read these things about heaven, y'all, it just blew my mind. And that's why, I don't understand how these parables don't make, man, they ought to be like something you grab onto and hug. Y'all, just like these parables are crystal clear. About the kingdom of heaven, oh man, it don't even, But what I say, people say the Bible lie, you ain't never read it with the right mind frame. And I get it, because the Bible do have a lot of contradiction in it if you don't understand the principles and the foundation of what it's saying. If I told you come, like I say, I always use the same thing. If I say, man, come dive in that water with me, but somebody heard me speak and somebody wrote that down and they say, man, y'all Jew told them boys to come dive in that water. When you read it, it's going to be contradiction because you're going to say, what kind of water was they talking about? Some people going to be like, man, they had a pool, bro. Them boy was living large, man. They had a pool, man. Nah, man, you know what? Matter of fact, bro, he is from Louisiana, so he by the Mississippi River. So maybe they was by the river. Then somebody might come along and say, nah, bro, that mean that may know the water represent, man, the stuff they had to go get in. Them sharks in that water, man. Don't get in that water, man. Don't get in that mess. Don't jump in that water. So y'all Jew and the boy was finna go get in some mess. But you got some people saying, man, he was finna jump in the Mississippi River. Some people saying, man, he had a swimming pool. Some people saying, man, he was by a lake. So did I contradict myself when I told my brothers to come dive in that water with me? Or did the person or the people that read it contradict themselves? Now, people say the Bible contradict itself. That's what we're talking about. So when you lack understanding of the conversation, you will contradict yourself. That's why I say it's an A and B conversation. So see your way out. You all in the Kool-Aid, but don't know the flavor? So since nobody knew the flavor or the style of the Bible, no one or everybody that read it was going to what? Contradict it. That's why we got so many contradictions. So I'm not here to contradict it. I'm just here to fulfill it. I didn't write it. I wasn't responsible for it being written. I'm not even responsible for it being handed to you. I'm just responsible for fulfilling it. So people ask me, how we know you telling the truth? Well, I'm talking about what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and I'm telling you what I got to do. Now, it's on you to help me. That's if you're chosen by God. But other than that, I don't know. That's why I say I'm not the one that's here to be a musician. I'm not a Pharaoh musician. I'm not here to trick you about nothing. I don't need nothing from you. I've been my own man. But of course, if you fighting a war, you need soldiers. So I just came to gather the soldiers of God. That's what I'm here for. Now, I don't know what your other leaders and all these people who you thought proclaimed to be Christ, or you thought what Christ was. Like I say, that's why I tell people I come on every day for clarity. So if you got a question, come ask me. It ain't hard to find. But people want to assume, and everybody loves their imaginations in these times. Imaginations have become people's best friend. And with their imaginations, they have built their self-up teachers. And whatever teachers feeds your imagination, them the ones you run to. I'm a man of reality. I'm a man of reality. It's very few things I ever imagined. But I do imagine one thing, and that's a peaceful world. And we have the power to do it. That's why we have the power to communicate with the whole world right now. No generation has ever had the power to communicate with the whole world. Why do you think they're paying so many women and people on social media? Because it'll stop. See, money stop passion. Because you doing it for the money. See, let's say money is the root to all evil. Money not evil, it's the root. Because money take the love away. because you don't have all the money. So what you see, what I'm doing it for God. I'm not doing it for the people. Because I was called by God. But God's mission is to what? Save the people. So I got to save the people. But I'm doing it for God. Which in other words, the people ain't got to pay me. They ain't even got to praise me because my work going to be done. But when you doing it for the money, you got to bend to people will. See, I don't have to bend to people will because like this, that's what I mean when I say I'm not doing it for people. See, but when you making money, you got to do it for the you got to bend to people will. And now what? You can't do it for the love. Now it become a show. Now that's what Babylon is, y'all. And I don't know if you ever watch The Gods of Egypt, y'all. Yeah, I tell people about this movie. I watched it one time not too long ago. But just checking the movie out, and I seen how they had the Negro as the wisest one. You know, I say it was mighty funny. I think then they called him a Hebrew. It's crazy. So in this Mr. Babylon, they got the Negro thinking he's the dumbest one because all he could do is dribble. We entertainment. That's what they use us for, entertainment. You know, if we not singing a song, we not dribbling the basketball, we not rapping, if we not running the football, you know, swinging a golf coat, you know, baseball bat, we are no figurehead. Like, I don't know no Negro right now that's actually known for leadership and knowledge. I'm not talking about somebody religious. And I'm talking about a Negro. I'm not talking about somebody that went to Duke and Harvard. And man, these people be so brainwashed. You know, so and that's why I say, y'all, fear is something I don't think we lack understanding. We lack understanding of fear. You know, fear is when you afraid to do what you have to do. That's fear. And that's why it's a lot of people hiding in their fear. Fear is not when somebody come tap up on your shoulder or look at you crazy and now you're not scared to fight them. Fear is not being scared to fight. As most people will, you know, I'm not scared. But most people are the way this system has been designed. Most men are scared to do what they have to do. That was the whole point of actually showing you they was gonna kill Christ. Now, if you understand Christ was gonna come from the Negro lineage, then you understand why they say they was gonna kill Christ. So the people who could really become Christ will never want to become Christ. Because what? They don't want to die. That's fear. On top of what you really did to every leader, you assassinated them. That's fear. So when you assassinate the leaders, it's like I tell people, when you take a dog, you can take a stuffed dog, right? I'm just on this trying to help you understand psychological. When you take a stuffed animal and you got a real dog and you take that stuffed animal and just set it on fire in front of the dog, what that's going to do to the dog? Psychological, he going to feel that. Now, the human that's doing it ain't really going to feel it. Stuffed animal. But the dog going to feel it because what? That stuffed animal is a reflection of the dog because what? that dog looked like the animal. So when things happen to an individual, when things happen to individuals that look like you, psychological, that's fear. So why a black man don't want to stand up? Why a black man don't want to stand up? Fear. Fear. Why they don't want to stand up, y'all? Fear. Ask me how I know, and I tell you so. One thing about me as a black man, because I'm not a talker, and I still can't go somewhere and just, grab the microphone. Let me talk. I'm still not that person. I'm still not, but I will do what it takes now, but I'm not that person. Now, but we should, as men. As men, we should want to stand up and say something when something is wrong. Most men can't go to a family barbecue and stand up in the midst of their family and speak on what they see. Most men at a family barbecue whisper about the problems that's going on in their family. Let me lean over and hit the Mary Jane. Most men lean over. And we don't really have family reunions no more, but family barbecues, whatever the family doing. Because I'm from the South, so we barbecue a lot, so we call everybody over, And men whisper about what? The little kids, what's going on with the little kids. The little kids don't respect the men because why? It's no respect of man. Now, I'm not saying these things so man can flex his power. I'm talking about roles. Because like I say, somebody got to be hard and somebody got to be soft. You can't even make a baby without nothing hard and soft. You need the hard and soft for to make the baby. God made it this way. Like, this is not we're a part of creation. We didn't make creation. We're a part of creation. We've been given gifts. Just like if your parents come give you a gift, you just gonna tie the gift up? Or you gonna appreciate the gift? Some people hold on to a gift their mama gave them, their daddy gave them, which is nothing wrong. But you won't hold on to the one that God gave you? You're not going to hold on. The gift that God gave us really don't matter. No. But your parents tell you God greater than them, right? Most parents tell you that. The good parents will. So God has given all us gifts. And we just tie it up. So I'm saying all this to say because they have a scripture like this. It say, why do I see every man on his hands? Why do I see every man hands on his loins? Why is every man hands on his loins? Bible verse. It's in the book of Jeremiah. Why is every man hands on his loins? Bible verse. Jeremiah 30:6. Then I'm just trying to talk y'all so I can get people in here. And then we're going to get into the parables of the kingdom of heaven. So if you go to Jeremiah 30:6. I'm going to start at verse 5. It say, for thus says the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear and not of peace. So what do I mean by a man fear when they be at the family barbecue? That mean they trembling when they speak. They don't speak. A man, what you think a man voice deep for? So he could whisper. Let me, man, you know, see, bro, that's a damn shame. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That ain't how no man supposed to be talking. Why God made man voice deep? Why God made woman voice soft? Did we do these things or did God do these things? So, but these things are seen in the creation of God, so we have roles. We're not superior of each other, we just have roles. Now, roles are very important. When you got a team, if you don't play your role and you don't play your position, what? The team lose. Just because I'm the point guard and you the center, we both need each other. The point guard not greater than the center. The center not greater than the point guard. Now, whoever play their position better, of course, what? You gonna assist. If we got a good center, we gonna throw him the ball. So it just showing you all about this is I don't. But when you caught up in the fire wisdom, y'all trust me, man. By us not never receiving the truth, you know, our minds already been tampered with. It's so this voice, I forgot to read the scripture. The voice of trembling, whispering. We whispering at the bar. We not even talking like men. We got deep voices for nothing. Then it say, ask ye now and see whether a man do a travail with child. Do man have a child? Do man travail with kids? Do we? Why man want it? So that's what man do? It say, wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. It say, for allies, for the day is great, so that none is like it. None has ever been like this day, y'all. Don't ever be fooled. It say, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So right now you can see we in trouble. Man and woman is in hell of a trouble. Especially the true man and woman. The true man and woman is in trouble. I became the most hated as soon as I became a man. Now, I was always firm and stern about stuff, but I wasn't never, because like I said, ain't nobody never taught me. Everybody was teaching me how to get money. You know what they teach us, get money and women. That's the only thing we know, get money and women, get money and women. Money and women, money and women. If you ain't get money and women, you ain't doing nothing. Well, that's animal nature. We were supposed to rise above the animal nature. We were supposed to be upright if we was gonna be priests. I put it that way. Now, some people gonna stay animal nature. That's just what they gonna do. A priest of God can't. You must rise above that. So it say, it's Jacob's trouble, but he will be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day that I will break his yoke off thy neck and will burst his bonds. Strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. So that's when everything will be taken from around Jacob's neck. The chains, the bonds that we bonded to is being removed. This is the day that the Lord has made. So it's showing you, you know, right now, a lot of men have became like women, soft voices. Well, you know, I ain't got no soft voice. I might got like I ain't got no soft voice, y'all. We men. We talk as men. So the real woman and the real man is finna be brought back into the world to bring what? A new heaven and a new earth. New mind frames, new bodies. It's sad. But they did a number on us, y'all, so we gotta somehow bring that healing. We gotta somehow bring that healing, y'all, man. It's they did a number on us, y'all. Trust me. I barely escaped, you know. Barely escaped, y'all. So we're gonna come out of Matthew, y'all. We're in Matthew 13, I think. We're in Matthew 13. Matthew 13. How people won't let go of the lies, the old skins of fear. That's right, the lies do keep us in fear. And that's another thing, you know, they changed time, man. They tell people the Romans been ruling for 2,000 years. If they've been ruling for 2,000 years, well, they got so much power, they take the fight off a lot of us. A lot of us, the fight get taken out of us right there. They've been ruling for what? 2,000 years? Oh man, I don't want to fight these people. Can't nobody beat these people. You gonna start saying they the best. You gonna be like, what's his name? DJ Khaled. Shit, we the best. 2,000 years they've been ruling. The civilization that don't even make sense. People gotta understand the Romans ain't started roaming, the Europeans ain't started ruling to guns. Guns wasn't here no 400 years ago. How the hell we gonna put us in slavery without guns? It don't make sense. Well, I say we just been lied to all the way around. Child of a slave. Yeah. I'm talking about back in the days. Guns are not 400 years old. Guns are modern day technology. Guns began to be mass produced in the 1800s. Addy, addy, yo. So y'all, let's go to the parable of the kingdom of heaven. Turn that air off. Oh, let me turn this air off. From Jah. Plenty food, but I'm starving. Let's get it started, y'all. You say, yeah, that was the only way. Let me turn the camera on so I'll let people know. I need some live. All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? So we're in Matthew 13, y'all. We're in Matthew 13. All right, greetings.
Greetings. I didn't even do that, but I'll sing you. All right.
Finna talk about some parables of the kingdom of heaven. We're in Matthew 13, y'all. Matthew 13. It says, the same day when Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. The parable of somebody going forth what? To sow. It say, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. You know, like a hawk come down and swoop the prey. You know, a fowl, that's a foul play. It's a foul act. Birds. Early bird get the worm. So it's a sower that's going out to sow a seed, basically. Then it say, some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness in the earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. So since the seed didn't take root, like the ground wasn't tilled enough, it was too hard, it was rocky, so it didn't take root. So if you ever planted something, you know you can plant a whole bunch of seeds. All of them ain't gonna even sprout up at the same time. Some might not take root. They're gonna wither away. So now remember, we're talking about the kingdom of heaven here. How did they get this? You gotta die and get there. Where all this come from? Saying what the book's saying. Where all this stuff come from? The book not saying this. But we just gonna keep going. You know. What's up, brother man? Then it says,
But how can you take the word, which would be, okay, if you got the etheric body, then you got a soul. And then you have an outer body, which is going to be the spirit.
Nah. Wait, hold on. You finna go way off. We finna go into somewhere where.
It's right there. I'm coming right back. It's the 3 levels of reality.
I got it. No.
And then coming back down to the seed that don't manifest.
That's why the parable.
Okay.
The parable has to be understood. You trying to interpret the parable.
So then you come, and we're going right back to the parable. Right back to the parable. Now, how can you say take a word, understanding that we in the etheric body? So then,
I got a lot to read, brother. Man. Listen, I got a lot to read.
Soul plane. You taking a word. Okay, so people don't even got access to their soul.
Brother, your soul is your purpose.
They locked out.
All right, but look, I got.
But they locked out from their mind.
But look,
they locked out.
Brother, man, I got a lot to read. Bro. We finna go way off. I thought you had more questions. You know, but I feel you.
He answered it. They locked out from their soul.
All right.
They locked out. All right. They can't hear the word. They can't see it. They can't feel it. No, nothing. Because they locked off. Even if you can spell it out for them.
All right, Samurai.
If they locked out from their soul, it don't matter.
All right.
And you know I'm right.
I got a lot to read. It don't matter.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong, though.
In a way, you telling the truth.
If they locked out from their soul, and you spell the scripture out for them,
that's why I'm showing them their purpose.
It's over with.
That's why I'm showing them their purpose. That's the whole point of purpose. I'm the one. I'm bringing a purpose. But let me finish reading, man. You know, you kind of cut me off. But I got you. Y'all, we in Matthew 13. Verse 7.
They locked out from their soul. I'm going to cut out because I know they locked out.
It says.
They locked out.
And some fell upon thorns. And the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell unto good ground and brought forth fruit. Some 100-fold. Some 60-fold. Some 30-fold. Who had the ears, let him hear. Now remember, the parable was spoken to the multitude, right? Now here come the workers. The workers of the kingdom, this is what they come asking. Verse 10. It said, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But unto them it is not given. So what was the mystery? The understanding of the parable. Because who was the sower? That's a mystery. Who was going to sow the seed? That's a mystery. Nobody knows the Son. That's a mystery. Why is it a mystery? Only God was going to choose him. So he had to what? Accept him. So, but to the people, they weren't going to know who the Son of God was. In other words, they would have been going to follow him. They were just amazed at what? His teachings, his counsel. But the disciples, the ones that what took up their cross from it, what they really thought he was what? Son of God. Even though they didn't what? Fully understand. So he say, unto you what? The mysteries are given. To who? The disciples, those who do the work. Then it says, for whoever had to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whoever had not, from him shall be taken away, even that he had. That's the candlestick. Because this is the fire to light your candlestick. You don't accept the fire, your candlestick will be taken. This is the time when candlesticks is being taken. Brother man, so what's up?
Peace.
It says, therefore speak I to them in parables, because seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Elias, which said, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. So it's telling you at the time of the fulfillment what was going to happen. You was going to hear, but what? Not understand. Then it say you was going to be seeing, but you wasn't going to perceive. You know how long people been watching me? You know some people been watching the Son of God for 4, 6, 7 years? But have they really perceived? Have they really heard and understood? Then it say, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. When was God going to heal us? When we hear. It says, for verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. Now we finna understand what? The sower. Now the parable is finna be what? Explained. It says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom. The word of the what? Kingdom. When was the kingdom gonna come? It ain't even playing no tricks. It say the word of the kingdom. They say Jesus coming back to what? Restore the kingdom. So he didn't do it 2,000 years ago. So right now, this is not talking about something that was spoken 2,000 years ago. The parable of the sower is not about the past. The parable of the sower is about the future. Because something was going to be spoken, and what was going to be spoken was going to be of what? God's kingdom. But when you heard it, what? It wasn't going to take root in many. Because what? The birds was going to come eat it up. Your ground was going to be too rocky. You know. All these things is what? The parable of the kingdom. But the sky going to crack for the kingdom to come. That's not the parable. Let's just keep going. It says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and catches away that which was sown in his heart. You know how many people come up here and say, brother, man, then the people come on under the comments. And see, these are stuff you gotta, like I say, bless those with the eyes to see. Y'all see when stuff being given to people and understand it being given, but what somebody come and do? Snatch it away from they what? Understand it. We see these things. We don't come on here and force this on nobody. We just come on here just talking it. And when people feel it, you're going to have all people in the comments coming up doing what? Taking away from their heart. It says, and should be converted. I'm sorry now, I went back up. It say, this is he which received the seed by the wayside. The word, the seed is the word of the kingdom. It's a parable now. So it says, but he that received the seed on stony places, rocky ground, right? The same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receive it. So this somebody received it with joy. As soon as they heard, damn, but what? Oh man, I'm ready, man. Jumping up. They done received the word of the kingdom, y'all. They done accepted it. But what? But something happened. Now remember what we talking about. The word of the kingdom. We're just not talking about any word. We're not talking about the day when Moses spoke. Moses ain't bring the kingdom. Moses spoke of another generation that was going to bring the kingdom. Jesus ain't bring the kingdom 2,000 years ago. He spoke he had to come back and bring the kingdom. So a word was going to be spoken about what? The kingdom. And some people going to hear it and they was going to jump up. Let's keep reading. It say, yet had he not rooted, have he not root in himself. Now he heard it. He received it. But what? It didn't take root. See, most people don't plant nothing, so you don't know nothing about gardening. Some plants, they take root. They stand up strong. Some plants don't take root. You'll see the sun come out there and be like, damn, what happened to it? Man, it just didn't survive. Didn't make it. The wind came, knocked it down. You go out there, look at the other plants, be like, damn, he's standing strong. Now remember, this is a person that received it with joy, but it didn't take root. So it say, yet had he not root in himself, but do it for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also have received the seed among the thorns. Is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. We talking about what? The word of the kingdom. Now, it tell you everybody was going to be hearing. But nobody was what? Going to be perceiving. How you can perceive, like you say, you know how many people got a Jesus piece around their neck? You know how many people got a prayer hand tattoo? Shit, I even got one. But yet Jesus walking the earth and you don't even perceive it. You think we not blind? You think, that's why I say, You don't understand the blindness of Israel. The blindness of Israel is real. And like I say, you got to understand, everybody really know Jesus was going to come from a black race, but if you put the fear in the black race to even want to even think of, we just going to put it on Jesus' shoulder. Shit, I ain't going to crucify me. People still tell me, man, you going to die. You know you going to die. But see, people, you got to understand the fear. Even though they killed the white man, but Jesus was going to rise from us, so it put more fear in us than white folks. Because Jesus wasn't going to come from them. And like, you got to understand anything. Jesus really going to come from what?
From earth.
You know, but from the African. So the African is in fear to be what? Jesus. Because the first thing they say, man, they're going to kill me.
Yeah.
Fear, y'all. So it says, you got another one, what? Because of the ways of the world, the word of the kingdom, he can't hear it. Because he caught up in the world. He can't hear the word of the kingdom. Your inheritance is in front of you, but you can't hear it. Because you worry about another man's business. You know how blind that is?
Ray Charles.
Do we know how that's blind, y'all? But remember, this is the parable. So if these things wouldn't happen, then what? The prophets would have lied. So it ain't really the book. It's the people that's reading the book and teaching you the book. It's telling you the parable of the word. Then it says, the siphoner and riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful. But he that received the seed unto good ground is he that heareth the word and understand it, which also beareth fruit and bring forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. This is the one that what? Bring forth his fruit. You don't get $1 million and don't spend it. Well, the word of God is like $1 million. If somebody gave you $1 million right now, you gonna sit at home and be like, yeah, man, I got this million, man, but shit, I ain't doing nothing today, bro. I'm just finna chill. You know what, man? Let me get on the game, man. Let me watch TV, man. You know what? One of the football games coming on here, man. Hell no. You're going to leave your house that instant. You're going to leave your house. Soon as that meal drop, you leaving your house. Well, they say treat knowledge more precious than wisdom of gold. So when I say so, God knowledge way more precious than a meal right now. You know. I know when some people conditions, because you look at your babies and all that, you be like, I don't know about that, brother, but I'm here to tell you it is. Because one thing a meal can't do, it can't fix the mind. That's why so many people got money, but they went crazy. I'd rather be a working man with my mind than a rich man that went crazy. Because richness is in here. So, another parable. Matthew 13:24. It say another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven. The what? The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. So we going back to the soul again. So what, the kingdom of heaven is somebody that's come what? Speaking a word? That's what the kingdom of heaven is like? So we got to die to hear somebody speak a word? I don't know if Jesus tripping or I got the wrong book. But it says, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which soweth good seed in his field. Now, when you plant the field, you in the field. So somebody in the field, what? Sowing a good seed. What's the good news? Don't you come to the people for the good news? But they taught us to grab our remotes and cut on CNN. Now that's what we getting our news from. We listening to the false teachers, and that's what a lot of people getting their news from YouTube. But I'm scratching my head how it's saying the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed a good seed. Now we just spoke on the parable of the good seed, on the good soil. About people how they hearing something, but what? It don't take root in them, so what? It wither away. Just like a plant do. But this is, I'm still scratching my head. What, this what the kingdom of heaven is like? Like, we talking about something we gotta, or something we've been said we gotta die and go to. Now it's saying something gonna be spoken and all we gotta do is accept it and we gonna enter heaven? Nah. So it says, but why men slept? But why men slept? His enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. So, because the good seed was being sown, then what the enemy did? He came and put a what? A stumbling block right there in the midst. So as soon as you cross over, or when you try to cross over, it's going to be something that's what? Blocking you from crossing over. As soon as the truth came to you, it's going to be all kind of blockage. Everything was going to come up. All these tares, all these bears. And it could be almost anything. But because it say what? At the time the sons of God showed up for the sacrifice. That's when the devil showed up. Why would the devil have to mess with you if you don't know the truth? Why? See, people understand when true deception came. When you were just going to church, you wasn't really deceived. How? The truth wasn't, you couldn't find the truth. But now since the truth out, now the deception is out. Just imagine if I would have came out 15 years ago, I wouldn't have really had no competition. If I would have came out 15 years ago, y'all, I wouldn't have had no competition. Now, man, they got a lot of people that what? Look like me. They come on YouTube, they read the Bible, they teach it. They look just like me. I look like them. You see what I'm saying? Well, remember, I am of Jacob, so I got my older brothers who went out before me. So now I come out and now I look like them and they look like me. So you like, well, damn, who the hell is you? But the other Negroes that's on TV and you smoking weed, you got your shirt open, you got tattoos, you a real Negro and you talking about you cry? Yeah. So that's that terror. Or that stumbling block that's stopping people from what? Get to the other side. They tripping. And we see them every day come on here. What they be doing? Tripping. So it say, but why men slept? So to tell you the men will sleep. His enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Verse 26, Matthew 13. It say, but when the blade was sprung up, it brought forth fruit. Then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From his den had it tares. So like now this fruit came over. Where did these tares come from? Did you sow a good seed? It say, he said unto them, an enemy had done this. The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye uproot also the wheat with them. It say, let both grow together till harvest. So I'm like, don't pull them up, because you might pull up the wheat too. Leave them there. Harvest time, we going to separate them, because we going to know who you are. It say, and in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares. So what the real came to do first? We came to gather the tares. We came to what? Gather the devil. What's going on? Peace.
Peace, brothers and sisters.
We came to gather the devil, not the people. So if you sent by God and you talking about you gathering the people and you not gathering the devil, which are the tares, you are the devil. That's why you're not trying to gather the devil. So it say, let both, verse 30, it say, let both grow together until harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares. The people that ripped us apart with lies. And bind them up in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. The parable of the kingdom of heaven. It's telling you somebody was amongst you sowing the seed. We talking about somebody coming out the sky. Here go another parable of the kingdom of heaven. It say, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a grain of a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed it in his field. He keep reiterating what the kingdom of heaven is like. Somebody come telling you something, and you rejecting the invitation. It says, which indeed is the least of all the seeds. So the truth was going to be what? Rejected by all men.
Least.
And it was going to be the least. Nobody was going to want to what? Hear the truth. That's the parable of what? The kingdom of heaven.
They wanted to stay in their lives.
It says, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among the herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come to lodge in the branches thereof. They say it's going to become so big, the birds going to come and chill in the tree. Another parable spake he unto them. We talking about the kingdom of heaven. Why these parables are like this? We saying it's crack in the sky. When Christ comes back, it's going to be so big. It says it's going to be so small. But then it's going to get so big. See, we got everything upside down. I'm just trying to turn it right side up. So it says, verse 33, another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. All these things Jesus unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them. Well, I didn't even get that parable. It say, the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven. Now, leavened bread is defiled teachings. Unleavened bread is undefiled teachings. So it say, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. I guess that's talking about more the 3rd day. The 3, on the 3rd day Christ rise. So when something is leavened, it rise. Is it what they call it, the feast of unleavened bread, or the feast of? It's the feast of unleavened bread, right?
Right. Yes, King.
Yeah, so feast of unleavened bread. So we're in verse 35.
35, yeah.
So it say that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world.
Excuse me, King, where y'all at?
I'm in Matthew 13 and 35.
Matthew 13, 35. I appreciate you.
So the parable of the kingdom of heaven was what? It say, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Then Jesus sent the multitude away and went into the houses, and his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. So what that mean? They didn't understand it. So now they coming to him probably to what? To get the mystery or the understanding of the parable. So it says, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. So what the kingdom of heaven is like? A Son of Man coming to you. It say the field is the world. So where the Son of Man gonna be at? In the world. In the world, Craig. Top flight of the world, Craig. That's when I say the world, that's what comes to my mind. On Friday.
Right. That's my movie.
Top flight of the world. So the Son of Man gonna be in the world. Sowing a good seed for the kingdom of heaven. That's within you. So it say the field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that soweth them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world. And the reapers are the angels. This is the kingdom of heaven. People talking about clouds, UFOs, aliens. I say, damn. But Moses say total darkness. Do you know what total darkness means? Cut your lights off in your house right now and try to run around. You will trip over everything in your house, and you put it there. So even if it's yours, if it ain't no light, you can't see. If it ain't no truth, it ain't no light. So guess what? They can't see. We tripping over our own furniture. So it says, verse 40, Matthew 13. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire, and there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath the ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in a field. Now we already know what the field represents, the world. So where the kingdom of heaven at? In the world. But it's a treasure. It's a treasure, Craig. You got to find it in the world, Craig. Not in the sky. It says, the which when a man hath found, he hide it, and for the joy thereof, goeth and sell it all that he had, and buy it that field. So he go get rid of all his possessions. And what? Go to that field. You must get rid of all your bread with yeast. And what? Come to the field where the food of God is at. It says, and again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking godly pearls, who when he had found one pearl of great price, he went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew it to shore and sat down, and gathered the good into a vessel, but cast the bad away. So it shall be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and serve the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. So if you're a true angel of God, what would you be doing right now? Would you be gathering the people, or would you be what? Destroying the devil. Keep reading, yo. Jesus said unto them, Ye have understood all these things. They say unto him, Yea, Lord. Then said unto them, Therefore, every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man that is a householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasures things new and old. And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these parables, he departed hence. And when he was come unto his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished, and said, Whence had this man this wisdom and these mighty works? And is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And his brethren James, Joseph, and Simeon, and Judas, and his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence he had this man all these things, and they were offended in him. But Jesus said unto them, A prophet is without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief. So it lets you know what? Jesus offended people. Just because of the words that was going to be spoken. You know, so peace. So that was the end of Matthew 13, y'all. So we kind of base, like I said, I just wanted to read about the parables of the kingdom of heaven. Like I say, to bring us out of our vain imaginations, y'all, because like I said, we take this heaven, we took this Christ, we took this stuff a little too far, y'all. So this Babylon, all this stuff people talking about here finally reached heaven. It's in everybody's mind. So now everybody's mind must be renewed. Now everybody got what? Hollywood Christ. Now everybody finna get God Christ. That's what God used Hollywood for. God used Hollywood to reveal to the world Christ was coming back.
Excuse me. I'm a little bit confused here. Who is this Jesus that we were just reading about?
Well, Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. That's why the word says just us. So this would be the words that the prophets all spoke of the one to come. That's why it's written in blood or it's written in red. You know, so the Jesus is the ones that host the Spirit of God and spoke these things.
So this was a physical person that was housing God's Spirit.
Not really, because it's the New Testament is the combined prophets. Now the Old Testament is the individual people that's kind of more spoken. That's why I say the Bible is more allegory than it is connected to real people or one person. The prophecy is, but I think that's in Revelation where it say Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. So all those that carried the spirit spoke the prophecy. So the New Testament is a rewrite of what all these individuals spoke, compiled up into one. But the Roman Catholic Church took the Jesus, which is just us, and created a deity. And that's why when I go in the New Testament, I'm showing people that the New Testament is talking about a son of man to come. Just as the so-called Jesus is speaking, but Jeremiah spoke of a son of man. Moses spoke of a son of man. Isaiah spoke of a son of man. Daniel spoke of a son of man. So now you combine all these stories, and now you make a New Testament. And you put Jesus, which is just us. That's what the New Testament lets you know. But who is the just us? that's those that spoke the spirit, that's those who had the spirit that spoke the prophecy, because that's what Jesus is, the spirit of prophecy, as the Bible tells us. You know, so we just have an idol when we say that name. It's not supposed to be an idol. You know, and that's a mystery. Now that just ain't something you that's a mystery what more I spoke, but that's really what that means when you read the red. You know how some people read the red, oh, that's Jesus' words. Yeah, that's right, all the prophets. Right, yeah. That's all the prophets' words combined in one, talking about the Son of Man to come.
Right, that's us. I feel
you know. So when I read Luke 9:26, when I say Jesus say somebody gonna come in his own glory, then that's what all the prophets said. You know, but see, our forefathers was ashamed of what the prophets spoke. You see what I'm saying? So every time they spoke these words, they say, well, look, if you're ashamed of me, they're going to be ashamed when the Son of Man comes. You know, and that's why Isaiah wrote about the suffering servant. All the prophets suffered. The Son of Man was going to suffer. So that's the mystery of the Jesus and the New Testament, and why it's in red, and why we, you know, have a Jesus, and, you know, all these things. And these are the things that we don't know.
Say, because like here, where you just reading that verse 36, it says, then Jesus sent the multitudes away and went into the house. So we're talking that was all of the prophets was saying these things, not actual Jesus. This was the prophet saying these things.
Well, correct. You know,
characters.
Moses said the same thing. Moses went back up to the mountain and told the people to stay down. He went back up to the mountain. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's just showing you how he was the anointed one, so he went behind the curtain. You know, everybody couldn't go behind the curtain. You know? Right. Yeah, just like you said, you know, he spoke to them in parables. You know, certain disciples couldn't even go up on top of the mountain.
That's right.
You know, so it's just, you know, it's just like I said, it's a story all compiled into one, all compiled into one to reveal the one prophecy.
Okay. I think I'm kind of putting it together. Yeah. Wow.
You know, so thank you. They created a deity, which is Jesus. You know, and not understanding that this story was about the Son of Man that was gonna come in the last days. And that's why I say that's why they told us Jesus came 2,000 years ago.
False prophet. No, I'm just playing. What's up, man?
And what's going on? So 2,000 years ago, when somebody tell you 2,000 years ago, you can't even go research it. You can't go research nothing 2,000 years ago.
I always do all my own research. I got traveled over there and everything. See my own.
You know, man. But the thing about what you're saying, man, you know, you can't research nothing.
I lie like that. I'm poor as fuck.
But I'm gonna keep cutting me off now. We ain't gonna do that. But you can't research nothing 2,000 years ago. It's almost impossible, you know, to read something 2,000 years ago. You know, peace. And by them changing that time and creating a deity and telling us that a deity came 2,000 years ago, it threw everything off. And now we can't recognize the simple parables that's telling us what the kingdom of heaven gonna be like. It says it's gonna be like a Son of Man. But see, we think Jesus the Son of Man. That's the cold part. We say Jesus the Son of Man. You see what I'm saying? And it throw everything off of what understanding what the book is really saying. You know, because that's really not what the book said.
This Jesus as we know it is just the.
Say it again.
Spirit. The Jesus That wasn't even a natural person. That was just a spirit that they were talking about.
Nah, Jesus was the spirit of prophecy. So it was Jesus was the just one.
Shit I ain't agree with. I'll be honest.
Jesus is the just one among the people. It's the just one. That's why I say just us. But the New Testament is a story combined of all the prophets who carried the spirit together, compiled up in one. That's why it's a story. That's why, but all the prophets prophesied about what? The Christ that was going to come in the last days. Moses prophesied about the Christ that was going to come in the last days. So did Isaiah. Like, they didn't prophesy about different Christs. So the New Testament is all their stories put together. And that's why it's just us. It's not the just one, because Moses was the just one at that time. Isaiah was the just one. Jeremiah was the just one. But now you got the just us. You got all these stories compiled in one about the one to come, which is really what the Bible is. But the New Testament is a shorter version. Well, you ain't got to read Moses. You ain't got to read Isaiah. You ain't got to read Psalms. You can just read the letters that's in the New Testament. About what? The just us is all the prophets compiled in one. But they made a deity. And now, we worship the deity. We have no understanding. Well, like I said, that's the mystery in itself. So bless those who have the ears to hear.
I forgive God because I know that he is not perfect, but perfectly flawed. Because if we are made in his image, then so too must he be, vice versa, made in ours. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like when he had his first son and lost it, he found out the feeling, he never known the feeling of losing his son. I saw an emotion, a human emotion, occur that day.
What are you talking about?
So,
God's wrath was released. He was upset.
So you say you saw. I'm not gonna even really get into that because you're bearing false witness. You say you saw. Now you read. You ain't see nothing.
You can't see God. He's a voice with power. That's it. Feel it in your feet and your body. And when spoken, heard, you just know what he means and his intentions immediately.
Brother man, you the one say you saw it. You say you had bear witness to what God emotion was.
God is not what
so
thing.
But look. But look.
It's existence and stuff.
If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. But if you don't, we ain't gonna really do the bird outs, because like I said, that's kind of an ignorant statement. So what's going on, Jay Pretty? You got any questions for me? You got something you want to add? All right.
Christ, she was just on our Man Shamika panel. We told her that to hear the voice hearken unto the voice of the Lord that God and hear the voice. And we played a couple of videos that not too long ago, and then somebody was telling us you was live, so we came right on in.
All right. That's what's up. Well, greetings to you.
All praise to you.
Greetings.
Sorry, I'm dirty. I was playing in the dirt earlier, doing kicks outside. I'm bored lately, ever since my Oculus broke.
Well, brother man, I know you might not. I don't know if it's your first time on here. Number 4. Sometimes we might have worldly conversation, which is nothing wrong with that, man. We gotta save time for elevation. But right now we want to kind of stick to the topic. We're really talking about revolutionary nation building, Christ walking the earth. Do you have any questions about scriptures? We're gonna try to stay on topic here. we come on here with a purpose. You know, it's not a big old panel where we just kind of hang out and chill. And, you know, we could do that in the kingdom. It's a lot of chilling that could be going on in the kingdom. But right now, we got a lot of work to do. You know, so we really not, you know, going to do the, you know, the regular conversation. You know, unless you got questions. So if you got any questions, you're welcome to ask. But if you just want to talk about what you did, you know, just on a normal day, go find a friend.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on, I'm finna let the brother man say something, and then you'll go next.
It's all good. I'm gonna chill in this box over here. I'll be quiet.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Forbidden Fruit.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera on.
Nah, show your face. Because you always talking about you know me. Let me see your face. Make sure
You already know how I look. My God and the host box, you already know how I look. I'm not ugly. All you gotta do is tap on my picture.
I ain't trying to say you
talking
ugly.
to me?
Okay. So what question you got for me?
I'm not no ugly woman. Well, maybe in y'all eyes I am.
What
Whenever you're ready for me to ask a question, I can, because I always be on your panels when I feel like it.
I said, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so you're saying that you are God or the disciple, or what do you call yourself?
The Holy One of Israel, the Anointed One, the Just One.
So you're the Anointed One?
Correct.
So do you feel like a woman can be the anointed one, that she was sent out on the earth to do your same purpose, like what you're doing?
Yeah.
Can you quote me John 1:1 just off bat, since you know the Bible?
I didn't write the Bible. I'm here to fulfill the Bible.
So, but you go off the Bible in verse 1.
You say
the word was God, the word was God, the word was with God.
It said in the beginning.
Well, I got some.
In the beginning, the word was God. And the word was with God, and the word was with God. That means he don't need no body else that's on this earth that's saying that they're God, because I was taught that if you love somebody more than you love God, and then that's like a form of that's a sin. So we're gonna go to hell, because it's only supposed to be one God.
Yeah, and they told you a lot too.
So you keep going down, it also tell you that that word became flesh and lived among his people.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. When I'm saying this Bible, John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. Was anyone that's sitting on this panel in the beginning? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, the thing about the beginning.
Preach. That's what I'm doing. That's why I read that verse. John 1:1. Look it up.
Sis, the beginning is the new beginning of God. This is a new beginning. So
no, we're talking about the Bible that you believers, but y'all read the Bible and y'all go all verses up in the Bible, but y'all want to switch it up so y'all own purpose and understanding. That's what we're talking about. That goes with Christian. Oh, I can't even talk.
Hold up, sis. Hold up. For one thing, like I said, it's up to you to believe it.
And for one thing, like I said, when I was to read my Bible and all that, Jesus didn't have no shirt open.
I'm finna get kicked out. That's what finna happen.
Brother Danny had me kicked out one time out of my panel. One time she was acting up.
So right now,
on who panel? Number 5.
You can believe what you want to believe. Again, But like I said,
leave me alone.
Yeah, you can believe what you want to believe, but know this: you believed what you wanted to believe.
Well, I got all these trolls tonight, man.
Praise God. You ain't lying.
Wow.
Getting everybody out of here, shit. All them trolls popped up, huh?
Can I say something?
Christ say, dang, all these trolls came up.
Can I say something? Is that in the Bible, though?
What?
What's that?
Like what she was saying, the lady in number 4 earlier.
What she was saying, what? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in John 1:1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But she also forgot to read St. John chapter 1, verse 14, when it said his word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Then 1 John 4 and 2 and 3 say, it says, if the ones that confess that Christ came in the flesh, you are the sons and daughters of God. But if you confess that he's not in the flesh, you are the Antichrist.
Amen.
That's why I say, even when people read Genesis, in the beginning, you know, these are people that seeing a vision, or when God is finna make everything new. But we don't know the Bible is prophecy. We think the Bible is a history book. So if Moses talked about the beginning, why would John talk about the beginning? Because he talked about what? The same vision that Moses talking about. If Christ was here in the beginning, why did God send Moses? Why did God have Noah to save the people if Jesus was here in the beginning? Oh, Jesus didn't walk among the people in Moses' time. He just walked among the people in the New Testament. But he was here in the beginning. Or he didn't show himself in Moses' time. He just showed himself in the New Testament. Man, come on. Like I say, we got so much hocus pocus, lies that really, like I say, it really don't make sense. That's why we got to understand the prophecy. But we just hear beginning, and our mind just go what? To the beginning. When all the whole Bible is prophecy. You got like 15% history in the Bible. The rest is prophecy. And that's what really people lack. Understanding the prophecy of the Bible. We get the story. All stories in scriptures have meanings. These stories are not, most people follow the story for what it is. It has a meaning. Every story. And that's the allegory meaning of the scriptures. But allegory means secret meaning.
He wants to come up, have a conversation.
Come on.
Come up. The room unlocked.
First and foremost, how y'all doing? I'm in the dark because I just have a migraine. But something that you said, kind of threw me through a loop for a minute. I'm a very good friend of Jay Pretty. She's a very good friend of mine. I hear what you're saying about the prophecy thing, because a lot of people, they're so busy walking in the natural that they don't know how to walk by the Spirit of God. And I believe that if you really wanted to be honest about the situation, which I believe that you're 100% honest, there's a lot of people out here that think that because you go to church, or because you this and because you that's supposed to justify the fact that we was all born in sin and shaped in iniquity. a lot of people don't even understand the concept of knowing who you are in Christ. They so busy trying to please the religious system that they actually forget about the Spirit of God. And something you said, you brought something to light. Well, you brought a few things to light, but I'm not going to stir the pot because I don't know where everybody's at spiritually on the panel. But most people that you deal with, the reason why people look at you strange is because of who you are in the Spirit, of who you are, and the understanding that you have in God. And what happens is they have people. What happens is you got people that is trying to get the prophecy and don't know how to receive it. They don't know how to allow God to download it to them because their memory is not that their spiritual mind is not that deep. It's not that mature enough.
Well, I want
for them to understand what we understand and how deep we are.
Now the scripture does say God have hidden his knowledge from the wise and prudent and saved it for the babes. It also says what? Man could not live off bread alone, but every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Now, when God give us downloads, God give us a download from the mouth. God never sent the book. So we trying to live off the bread and not the word that's coming from the mouth.
But see, that's why, and like I said, I really want to spend the pot because we could talk about this all night long. I'm one of those people that I don't mind. I don't mind. That's a conversation that I have with people every day. But
Likewise.
My whole thing to what you're saying. The key of what he's saying, y'all, is this.
Well, no, I don't mean to cut y'all, brother, man, but I think the people up here know what I'm saying. This family, we have that understanding already.
No, I know that. I know that. I'm just saying. That there's a difference between somebody that there's a difference between people that are on the level that you're on than people that's not on the level. When you was talking about the prophecy, you was talking about how most people don't understand the gift. They don't understand that it's a difference between working by that gift and God actually using you or giving you utterance to use your gift. So that's all I was saying is that when you said something about prophecy, you attract all kinds of people because they come in to look for a word, whether the word is for them or not.
Oh yeah, that's what I say. But that's why I say, well, like, I don't think you understand the angle we coming from. And like, and trust me, I see what you're saying in a way, but the only way that people was gonna see is through prophecy being fulfilled. Like, prophecy is what help people see. It's the interpretation of mankind that's confusing the people. That's what. See, when man started reading the scriptures and he started putting his private interpretation on them, that's what caused the mass confusion in the minds. Because people hear this interpretation. Then people go to this person, they hear this interpretation. Then they get this interpretation. Now everybody confused. But the prophecy is what was going to profit the people. This is what the babies can understand. Because the wise men and the prudent men have confused the masses with their private interpretations. of a book that was sealed. Because according to Isaiah 29, even the man that can read it cannot unseal it. According to Revelation 5, the only person that can unseal it is the root of David. Come to unseal these scriptures. So it's the prophecy that's really going to help us see. And when we speak the prophecy, that's when we open the eyes of the people. Because,
definitely,
the false prophets babble. They make these long scriptures. They tell you read scriptures. They read the scriptures all day. Tell you go look up this scripture. And that looking up a scripture is not going to do nothing for us. The fulfilling of these scriptures, the fulfillment of it, which is the prophecy, is what's going to profit us. So when I was speaking of prophecy, that's the side of the angle I was coming from in it. I wasn't just coming of having people pick the Bible up to understand the prophecy. Because the simple prophecy was the saints gonna judge the earth. That's the prophecy. So if the saints gonna judge, well, where's the saints that's judging the earth? I'm gonna support them. I'm not gonna support a pastor. I'm not gonna support just somebody reading scriptures. I'm not gonna support somebody holding the Bible. I'm looking for the saints. But see, this is not what people being told when they open up the book. They've been told all these things about Jesus Christ, angels, heaven, God, baptism, holy days, feast days. Damn, where the saints at? They the ones we should be looking for. Now we saying Christ in us, God's spirit in us, all this stuff that people have been babbling about. And they got all us caught up in Babylon. So right now, this simple prophecy is the saints will judge the world. So the saints are being gathered to judge the world. That's the prophecy that I speak on. Now I might go from different angles and different scriptures, but that's the one prophecy that everything that I speak on is rounded around.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that's gonna profit us.
I would love to bust it up with you, but I would love to bust it up with you because.
All right, I'll make sure I give you a follow.
Sharpens iron. So I would definitely like to chop it up with you. It's just that I got to be to work in less than 40 minutes, and man, the conversation was really deep, man. I follow everybody on the panel, so I'll be coming back,
All right, brother, man. Yeah, I'll be definitely looking for you, man. If you got a Facebook, you could definitely, hit me up on Facebook or anything. I'm on other social media platforms. But I definitely be on here every day, brother. Every day you can catch me live, man, and you can
definitely chop it up. On my panel anytime as well. As a matter of fact, let me let y'all know I am a Beagle admin. So if y'all need anything or whatever, or if you have any trouble or whatever on the app, let me know. Reach out to me. As long as you reach out to me, I'll be more than glad to be a blessing to you.
All right, brother, man.
Well, Jay, Jay Pretty, I'll definitely talk to you later, okay?
Yep.
All right. Appreciate you bringing them, sis. Bring in anybody you feel that you want to bring them up here. Anybody is welcome. Any school of thought.
I got some more people, so don't worry about that.
She said I got some more people. Amen, homegirl.
That's what's up, sis.
Sure, I'm gonna share this live shoot.
I know that, right?
And see that's really what we're supposed to be doing.
Members.
That's really what we're supposed to be doing. Like many people think we come on here, you trying to make people believe that. No, bring people up. Let's have a conversation. If you got the gift for gab, then you got the gift to gab. That's what this should be about. And we should be able, as brothers and sisters, get to the bottom of it. With decent conversations. And like I said, we got to understand this social media platforms we never had the power to talk to the world. We can talk to the world right now. We never had that kind of power.
I should lie.
All right. Appreciate it. You know, so y'all, we never had this kind of power where we could talk to the world. So it's very, we must understand, we must take this serious when we hold conversations.
Right.
You know? So.
Amen, King.
Anywhere in the world we can reach him. Ain't that something?
Everywhere, man.
Hey,
I got people following me because I'm a host. So.
Oh, you're a host? Okay.
But that's why people looking out for me.
Well, Jay, I thank you for coming in me and Shamika live earlier, but thank you that you took the time to come for yourself, the hunkering, and hear the true man himself, the King, the Christ, the Lord of Lord, the Alpha and Omega, to hear the voice that's gonna lead y'all to Egypt. All praises go to him. We don't take no credit.
All praise go to God, man. Everything is.
Yes, sir.
Everything.
And I do have guardians too. I do have guardians.
How are you? Okay.
What happened? What happened? I don't know. I don't know his name.
Yeah. What you mean you got guardians? I have guardians. What you mean by that? Guardian angels?
They give me.
Huh?
They watch out for me.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You're like it.
Dang, that's what's up, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No. I don't know. People crazy.
You from India?
Dang, they
he's from Indian. They got kids and they're smoking. No. You guys can't go up down here. No. Go down in the comments. Please go down. Thank you.
Peace and blessings, Sister Shamika.
What's up, sis? Peace.
Peace and blessings, Shamika. Yes, ma'am.
You got a lot of followers? Jay Pretty?
Huh?
You got a lot of followers?
Yes.
They seem to all heed to your word, too. Okay. What's that about?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll be in live. I'll be talking to them, talking to people.
That's good. So you can do an invite.
I didn't send him an invite. He's my the other guy. He's the royal. He's my admin.
Okay.
Admin.
So he seen you in Christ room and came on in the party, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Bring a man, sis, to the hearkening to the voice of God. Like Christ be said, let's get this thing popping, y'all.
I did have a good time when you were paddling earlier.
Hey man, it ain't my enough is my panel, it's not my panel. I know you see the name that it says Yadu Judah is Christ. It's his panel. All praises go to him, man. All praises go to God.
No, I meant like earlier. I went over your
I feel you where you come from. But I don't take no credit. Don't give me nothing. But I so appreciate it though. You ain't finna get. Hey, one thing about it, you ain't finna get me in trouble with the master.
with the tattoos on.
He don't want it. And then after a while, that feel like you would. They put that just like you talking to somebody else and they took that credit and got the big head. Guess what? Now they pumped up with their own imagination. Now they going left. No, ma'am.
Yeah. Planet.
What's up, Victor?
Another side of the planet.
The who?
Say hello. Greetings, guys. Another side of the planet. In a 24 hours old
planet.
24 hours of the trip to the meet of my friend. Yeah.
Right. You got any questions for the host? Victor?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm happy nothing.
A drama today.
You ain't long.
The freaks come out at night. I'm sorry.
You mean freaks come out at midnight? Shit.
Midnight.
Oh shoot.
Hey, you remember that zombie? Michael Jackson video? Dang, what's
so
that jump called?
It's not so much time to set very point for the object.
You're in Islam?
It's not so much. Yeah, it's not so much time to set very pointful. Bob Marley.
Dang. I heard there's a lot of terrorists over there. That's true, Victor?
No diamond, no cry. Still I remember when we used to sing.
You want to sing? But, it's a lot of terrorists over there?
Bob Marley.
I said it's a lot of terrorists over there?
What is this? Oh, Bob Marley.
Don't worry about it.
You don't want to tell that. Wow, come on.
You got I left watermelon. You got a handful. And right there too.
But JT gonna tear that up, boy. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
The watermelon season over with, boy. That'll be about the last.
That's why it's so hot right up. It's H2O2.
Oh yeah, Miss J Pretty. Another thing, Christ, he got a wife that's Miss Messiah, and she got a night on her on Wednesday called, normally majority of the time it's called Watermelon Wednesday, and Watermelon Night on Wednesday. So you're more than welcome to come on her when she on here.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I just had to throw that out there right quick.
She gonna be upset. Like, what? Why you bring all these people up here?
She ain't gonna be upset. She'll be glad to have you. Trust me.
We need all the support we can get, man. This thing get ready to jump out. We need everybody on board. We don't need no stragglers.
Even the trolls. The trolls are going to come not.
She said even the trolls.
Well, we make those trouble.
We don't need the troll clip.
No. Man, y'all Jews on the phone. Set up. Them trolls popped up.
Yeah.
Man, I was good. Great.
Come on now.
There's Moses.
Never have nothing good. Always,
Hey, but the clip said, me and Shamika and Jay Pretty, we was on me and Shamika the panel, right? So we were listening to one of Christ I just do the message.
He wants to say that I'm sorry.
And
What was this?
and so he was like, so the dude asked him a question. He said, now the dude went to reading about the lineage of David for to be king and things like that. So Christ was there standing over. Christ was standing over the edge. So they end up asking him something.
What does it mean true? It means
What was this? Hey, Jay Pretty. He said, hey, Jay Pretty. How you doing?
True.
So after that, Christ said, Christ was telling him, I'm the lineage of David. They trying to tell Christ that he was Christ, and but look at they all of them gonna pay for that, but every last one of them. Christ said, well, shoot. Christ, you know what Christ would have told him? He said, but Bubby, well, if y'all want a dialogue, well, I come for war then. Y'all ain't read that scripture? Yeah, I was rolling.
Come up here.
Come on, that first fight like that. That first fight was like, yeah, I come as a butter, but when they were talking about this, my panel. Christ said, I run everything. Christ said, well, I don't come to dialogue. I come for war, then. I was saying, I'm laughing, bro.
They read the word, but they ain't read that. He come to make war. He be no friends to you.
Nah, they probably read it. They probably read it, but the thing is, between Christ reading it and interpreting it, and he's the word, and they reading it, they had their own interpretation and their own imagination, and they were leaning to their own understanding. That's what that was, and they were trying to be a teacher and an intercessor. That's just like I always tell people. That's just like me being a student. Miss J. Pretty, let's say you the teacher in the classroom, and I'm the student. But I come in your classroom trying to teach you, and you the teacher. I'm trying to teach you as you the teacher, and teach the other students too. How that look? Don't the student put the weight on the teacher? That's just like that's just like the sheep in the flock. They put the weight on Christ. He's the only one that can interpret the scriptures, break down the parables. He's the only one can be the intercessor for you from the Son to the Father. And he's the only one that can do it. Nobody can do it better.
Don't worry, they got egg on the face. They claim they know.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
People that energy, because when it goes down, we gonna see one have egg on the face. And it sure ain't gonna be King, it's gonna be one of y'all.
Hey, Clint, I was just being Jay Pretty and Shamika, I was just going over it with them. And I think the dude Moses that's in the comment about Hebrews 2, verse 1 through 3 through verse 5 to verse 5. Man, when I read that, I said, when I read that about Christ of Yah Judah, I said, oh damn. I said, half of that went along a little bit with what he was reading on Matthew 13 about how the ear to hear,
right?
Eyes to see, and they were basically talking about that, and they was talking about the angels in Hebrews on 2 verse 1 through 3, and then verse 5, and it was telling you to heart, it telling you to hear the voice instead of talking about, oh, I got the Spirit of Christ in me, and talking about, oh, you supposed to read it. And it said none of that in Hebrews 2. It said something about to hear the word. Then I read Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. That even went along with Hebrews 2 and Matthew 13 when he said something about my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And if you reject knowledge and you reject me, I will reject you for being a priest unto me, and I will reject your children. I said, oh, damn. I said, boy, Christ ain't bullshitting.
Well, we waited long enough. You rascals out here.
What you said, Clay? You don't want that baby bust out that. You said what you said.
We don't wait long enough. Shoot, by the time he come, straighten all this mess out. All the people lying. Pastors go to seminary. What they teach them lies. They don't tell them the truth. They teach them lies.
They babbling lying, ain't it?
Then they come out and got a license to lie. That's what they got, a license to lie. And then they lie to a whole congregation.
Hey,
they got
number 5.
He said they went to school together. Huh?
Number 5. Try to go to Steve's Planners Live, then you're gonna be like, y'all gonna be chopping up.
No, I've been in the live before. He didn't kick me out.
I go in there and ask them where's the head.
Hey, tell me, Miss JP, we go to some everybody lives. They hate me. When they see one of us, cause even if you ain't put that on your name, you ain't saying you got to. But when they see one of us, that guy y'all do name on the end of on the in front of our in the end in the front of our name on the end. But they know we represent Judah. Oh, but they might listen for a second, or sometimes they don't even listen for a second after we have been in their panels for a couple of days. After we start coming the next couple of days, but they can't just clean up out of there. They don't even waste no time, cause they know we coming with the straight true doctrine. We ain't even. They know we ain't playing the radio.
I be going in on them. Y'all up there teaching, y'all lying to the people. Ain't telling them the truth. We got the truth. Come along and tell us, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, but the hell we don't.
It's cold.
Hey, Jay Pretty, I told my sister a couple of days ago. I said, man, wait till I go back to clubs. Man, when I tell you I'm gonna go back to every goddamn so-called saint so-called wanna be so-called church. You know what I'm saying? There's some dang buildings. I'm going to every last one. I'm like, man, why y'all teach a lie to these damn sheep?